may be checking in on the show. It's your boy, Godchild, first of his name. I'm your host of the What's Packin Sports Show. We back in action for a brand new review of Week 15, Carolina, Green Bay. It's going down Saturday night. I believe when this game was first announced or when the schedule was first released, I had it as TBD, to be determined. And now that the Packers are 10-3, they on top of the division, they on top of the conference. Carolina's kind of struggling. I think Carolina is they are 4-9. They're not a very good team. They've been missing Christian McCaffrey, but it makes it exciting because the Packers have something to fight for. They have something to play for every single week. They're one of the hottest teams in the NFL. Aaron Rodgers is playing at an MVP level once again. Everybody wants to see, is he going to cement his MVP status, his MVP case, or is he going to take a step back like Patrick Mahomes did last week, or how Russell Wilson has seemingly just fallen out of the MVP conversation after multiple games with multiple interceptions, and his team has dropped a couple games in a row, or they just couldn't really keep up with the Packers and they couldn't keep up with the Chiefs. As I said, this is a preview, Week 15 preview. We're going to be doing the keys to victory, what the Green Bay Packers need to do in order to win this game. I'm going to touch on the injury report and, just look at that. And then I'll do my final prediction. But before I go any further, I want to ask you all to, subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell as well, so whenever I drop brand new content. And hit me up with some comments, man. Get at me in the chat, or drop some comments down below after you see this. All right, I'm not gonna be too long because I got a lot of stuff to do, but I didn't stream yesterday, and I want to stay on my schedule. Monday, Wednesday, Friday streaming. Now live Greenbox. I don't know who's up with that. And I want to stick to my schedule, man, because I'm really trying to do this for real. So, man, let's just get into the very first key, the keys to victory. The Packers, if they want to beat the Carolina Panthers this week and move on to 11-3, they are going to need to do these three things, okay, to make sure that they are not taking a step back, to make sure that they don't, lose their first seed. Oh, that's why I love not tripping out about memory and forgetting things. Because there was a topic that I wanted to talk about and do a video on, and I forgot what it was, but I just remembered. But instead of saying I forgot, you know what I started saying? I started saying I'll remember it, or it'll come back to me. Manifestation, people. Manifestation is real. You got to speak things into existence. You got to stop saying what you don't want. All right, I'm going to give y'all a little bit of life. I'm going to give y'all a fourth key, okay? Major key alert, as they like to say. Manifestation is real. And when you can't remember something, instead of saying, I don't remember, or I always forget, say, it'll come back to me. I will remember it eventually, because what you want to do is speak the thing that you want instead of saying the negative thing that you don't want. But let me write this down real quick. Have a better chance with the blank. I don't want to tell y'all what it is. I want to tease it a little bit, but I don't want to tell y'all with the blank. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to write this down. That's a topic that I want to talk about. All right, look. So, like as I was saying, it came back to me, and I knew that it would. We're doing the very first key we got going on right here is the Packers. They need to run the ball, and they have been running the ball actually very well. They've been very balanced for the past 2 weeks, but I know that sometimes coaches, they do something and it works, and if for some reason they just go away from it. And this was the thing that McCarthy did a lot. And I can't really say that LaFleur has done this so much, but I want to see them continue to run the ball. I know earlier on in the week he had a media availability coach before did, and he talked about how his team has 3 running backs on their roster that he feels good about. And we all know Jamal Williams. We all know Aaron Jones. But the third guy, of course, you should know as well as A.J. Dillon. Even though he's been hurt, he hasn't been in the game as much. He hasn't had a lot of carries. He hasn't had a lot of time. But what he has had is a lot of freaking hype. And he should be healthy, and his legs should be healthy, and his body should be healthy, because he hasn't been playing. He's been out with the COVID. He's been on the COVID list. I'm glad that he's okay. I'm glad that it wasn't fatal. And to anybody out there who's dealing with COVID or has somebody who's dealing with COVID, man, I just want to send some blessings out to you from the Godchild. You know what I'm saying? Blessings, and I hope everything gets better for them or for yourself. But A.J. Dillon, man, they drafted him in the 2nd round. He's a guy that we got really excited about, Packers fans, in the offseason. They were just talking when we saw the pictures of his legs. Legatron, they was calling. Oh, that's another dude, actually. Legatron is a kicker. They were saying, they were calling him something, man. Something with the I forget his nickname, but something with his calves or something about how huge his legs are. Tree trunks for legs or whatever. And LaFleur said he had never seen a running back built like him. And I feel like that's true, man. There's not many running backs that have been built like this dude, man. He's lean, he's big, but he's also lean. He's not fat. Jerome Bettis was kind of chubby. Jerome Bettis was chunky, but he can still move, and he's a Hall of Famer. I'm hoping to see why they drafted this kid number 2 overall. Would I have drafted him if I were Matt LaFleur or if I were the GM? No, I would not have drafted him in the 2nd round. I would have went defense and offense, receiver, defensive line, or something else. But they did draft him, and maybe it'll be good because we know Aaron Jones has a contract coming up. We know Williams has a contract coming up, so they're going to need that running back room is going to be reshuffled, and you know that this kid's under contract because they just drafted him. I'm rambling, but the point is they need to run the damn ball, okay? Maybe we're going to see A.J. Dillon finally get some serious running opportunities, some carry opportunities. Me personally, I want to give Aaron Jones the ball 75% of the time. And I guess you can split that up between Williams and Dillon. But it seems like the Packers are committed to this running back committee. So I just want to see them honestly run the ball more than they pass the ball and to set up the play action. The second thing that they need to do, I'm all over the place, but they got to clean up the penalties, okay? No more of these. No more penalties. Penalties bad. Penalties are bad. And last week the Packers had 10 penalties in the game, man. It was one of the sloppiest games I have seen under the Matt LaFleur era. Honestly, one of the sloppiest games I can remember in recent memory, period. They allowed the Lions to extend that last drive that they had that made the game a little bit too close for comfort. And instead of getting off the field, instead of putting your offense back in position to score and extend the lead, they gave the Lions several opportunities that really they should have had because they had sacks and they had pass breakups and they made good plays, but then they made bonehead plays that extended the drive. So against Carolina, who is not really a good team, and honestly speaking, you should be able to put them away fairly easily. But if you give them opportunities with penalties to stay in the game and to stick around and extend drives, you're going to be making it too hard for yourself. And as a Packers fan, I think I can speak for all Packers fans. When Green Bay plays these teams that you know they should beat, this quote-unquote lesser competition, it seems like there's always something that just doesn't go right, or for some reason a player who's never really had any sort of success or who's relatively unknown just happens to have the game of his life, have a breakout game, just for the D coordinator is just perplexed, or they just miss these tackles, or he just happens to find himself open on miscommunications or whatever the case may be, or penalties, man. Penalties can let bad teams stay in the game. So I just think the Packers, what they need to do, they need to be focused, man. Cut out the penalties. No penalties, all right? Don't let these Carolina Panthers stay in this game. They need to come out and they need to crush them, like my man Jay-Z said on the takeover, because the Packers are looking to take over the NFL. They need to destroy this ant with a sledgehammer. The ant will be the Carolina Panthers. They don't have their number one player this week. They don't have really a good team, a good defense. So don't let them stay in the game by committing penalties. All right. The third key to victory is no big special team plays. That's another way that you can let bad teams stay in the game. If you ever noticed, the keys to this week really is don't let this bad team, this 4-9 Carolina Panthers team with a rookie head coach, okay, do not give them life, man. The Packers need to come out and they really need to sorry about that, guys. Had a little bit of technical difficulties. My alarm went off. I'm using my phone as my microphone. Okay, and when the alarm goes off, it cuts off the connection from my phone to my computer. So we had a little bit we had some technical difficulties, but we back on, man. Okay, and when I was saying this before I got cut out, what I was saying is basically the key to this game is do not allow this team to stay in the game. The Packers need to just put them away in the first quarter, man, because this is a bad team. They're 4-9. They don't have their best player. They have a rookie head coach. They ain't fighting for shit. They don't have nothing to play for. The Packers have everything to play for. So act like it, damn it, and put these boys away in the first quarter and don't let them come back. I want to see the Packers have maybe their best performance of the year right before the biggest game of the year, Tennessee Titans next week. I want to see them tackle, okay? I want to see them clean up the penalties. I want to see them score every fucking quarter, okay? I want to see them get off the field on third downs on defense. And I want to see them finish the game. I know that's fucking 7 keys, but really, I mean, that's what they need to do. I really want to see them shut this team out, bro. They should not even score more than 10 points, honestly, if you're asking me. But the third key that I wrote down was no special team plays, all right? No kick returns, no punt returns, no fake punts, no fake field goals. Be on your P's and Q's this week, Green Bay. If you do the little things, the simple things, if you do your damn job, this should be a really easy win, okay? Just to recap, because I know I went on to a bunch of other stuff, but it's frustrating when the Packers let bad teams stay in the game. But to recap, we're going to say the first key is the Packers need to stay balanced on offense and run the ball. Honestly, I wouldn't mind it if they ran the ball a little bit more than they passed the ball. Last week, I think they were 35, 36, 37. I like to see maybe 40 runs, 20, 25 passes. A little uneven, but in overall sort of balance. Definitely nothing lopsided, okay? The second one, like I said, was clean up the penalties. If you allow penalties, that allows bad teams to stay in the game and sustain drives. And you can kill your own drives. But they really had a lot of bad penalties last week on defense against the Lions. And the last one, like I said, was no big plays on special teams. They shut that down. I really feel like they should be able to win this game handily. All right, next thing we're going to move on to is the injury report. Okay, now I'm actually going to pull it up on the iPad. Let me just pull it up right now on the iPad, man. Go to the injury report. Let's see with the Packers. I should have had this already pulled up, but, you know, it is what it is. Things are okay. Here we go. Okay, so this week for the Packers, it looks good. Honestly, this is looking good, and you want your team to be healthy towards the end of the season. And last year, the Packers, they were characteristically healthy. I feel like, honestly, McCarthy was the curse. You know, look what happened. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't want to be insensitive to the Dak Prescott situation. I really hope he has a speedy and healthy recovery and comes back bigger and better than ever. But fuck, man, he had never been hurt before, and then all of a sudden McCarthy goes to Dallas, and now Dak Prescott fucking snaps his ankle in like a damn rubber chicken. Like, that shit was disgusting, man. And they had other injuries kind of like throughout the year, just guys not really being healthy, like missing games. Cooper was out for a little bit. CeeDee Lamb. I mean, shit, even the backup got hurt. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I'm kind of superstitious. Y'all might not be superstitious, but there was something about Mike McCarthy and whoever he has, like, on his staff. Like, they just, like, Bama's be injured, dog. And as soon as we move McCarthy out of here, all of a sudden, you know, the team, we've been relatively healthy. I know we had Lucas Patrick. He actually Taylor, the guard, he kind of got injured for the year, and we had guys miss a little bit of time. But I mean, still, when you think about the grand scheme of how often and how bad injuries happen under McCarthy, like even just like the nagging little injuries, I feel like it's been down in the last 2 years. Last year they were really healthy. This year, guys missing times, but look, they're healthy as they need. As healthy as they have been since the beginning of the season, and that's what you need towards the end of the season. So we had Jair Alexander. He was on the injury report for full participant in practice this week. Game status looking good. Rashawn Gary, game status looking good. Kevin King, limited participation, but his status is the little dash, so he's looking good. I mean, look at all these guys that we had on the injury list. Alan Lazard, limited participation, but looks like he's going to be good. Mercedes Lewis, limited participation, but he should be good too. Lucas Patrick, limited participation, but his status is looking good. Randy Ramsey, limited participation, but his status looks good. Savage with the groin, limited, full practice. Sorry, I was in a rhythm as saying limited participation. Darnell Savage, man, he was a full practice all day, every day for the week, man. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So he should be good to go. J.K. Scott, he was limited participation, but should be good to go. Zadarius is low-key a soldier, man. Like, there have been times when I've seen Zadarius like leave the game multiple times in a game and then just end up like coming back. And again, like I remember like last year when I was in Dallas, I went to the Dallas game where the Packers won. Zadarius like left that game like 3 or 4 times, but he just kept coming back no matter what it is. This dude is a soldier, man. He's tough as hell, and honestly, he got He got snubbed last year, but hopefully this year, after having another year where he outshined Khalil Mack and proved that he is the best edge player in the North, and honestly one of the best edge players in the entire NFL. I don't know if he's not going to be Defensive Player of the Year, but he definitely deserves to be All-Pro this year. And if Khalil Mack gets it over Zadarius Smith this year, it really is just name recognition and name bias, because people don't really know Zadarius yet because he only had these 2 years really as the main guy. But he was putting up numbers really in a limited capacity, even when he played for the Ravens, man. He was still doing good. But okay, like I was saying, Zadarius, man, limited participation, but he looks like he's going to be good. Equiminius St. Brown, limited participation, but he looks like his status is good. Simon Simon Stepaniak, guard. He had a knee. He was a full. What? That makes no sense. It says right here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, FP, which I believe stands for full participation, but it's saying that he's out, which is kind of strange. Maybe he re-aggravated it Friday because they don't have anything from Friday, or something happened, something changed today to where he's out. Jay Sternberger, concussion. He's still in the concussion protocol. I feel like this is his second week in a row. Did not practice all week. He's going to be out. Chandon Sullivan, limited participation with the hip, but his game status looks good. Malik Taylor, wide receiver, had the hammy, limited participation. He's questionable. But questionable, as we know, is better than doubtful. So there's still a chance he could play. Rick Wagner, tackle with the knee, limited all week, but his status looks good. So what's up, man? To whoever's lurking in the chat, what's packing? Thanks for joining. All right, now let's go to the Carolina Panthers. Trey Bolston, safety, hamstring, limited all week, questionable. I know that's a name that I know. I feel like Trey Boston. I feel like he might be like a young guy. Trey Boston. I feel like he's a name that. Wait, how many years is this? Free safety, but is he a rookie? Nah, shit. Oh, is he a rookie? Is he a rookie? Is he a rookie? Career. It don't say. Shouldn't it say right here, like if he a rookie or not? Let's see, 20 games. Nah, he's not a rookie. He's been in the league since 2014. So, but that's just like a name. I feel like I remember, like maybe it was coming out of college or something like that. It was a dude that was highly touted. He has name recognition, but he's questionable for the game. Dennis Daly, I don't really know who this is. The guard though, he's doubtful. Austin Larkin, DN, questionable. Russell Okun, that's a name we know. Tackle, questionable. Did not practice. Yesterday. Today. No, what's today? Friday. Shit, today is Friday. Packers play tomorrow, yo. You need to wake up. Wake up! Packers play tomorrow, dog. Okay. Nah, it was did not practice Russell Okun yesterday or Wednesday, so he's questionable. Christian McCaffrey, doubtful with the thigh, man. That dude is so talented, but damn, if he's had some injury questions for the past 2 years, man. Not looking good. I hope he can, knock on wood, get better. I don't like to see guys be injured, man. It's like this game is too hard as it is, dog. So I hope he can. And I like to play teams at their best. I saw in his availability this week to the media, Mike Pettin was asked by one of the media guys, like, are you happy that Christian McCaffrey isn't playing, or do you kind of want your guys to get to see one of the better running backs in the league to as a benchmark or a litmus test about, it has your run defense improved, or, basically, yeah. And he said, I'm not going to lie, I'm glad he's not starting this week. And I'm like, man, what kind of a bitch-ass mentality is that to have, Patton? This is why you fucking suck, bro. Honestly, this is why you suck, Patton. Because your whole mentality is bend, don't break. It's, let's just kind of do just enough. And it's like, I don't want my defensive coordinator to be thinking that way. I don't even want my defense to think. I want my defense to be like, yeah, we're sad that McCaffrey isn't playing because we want to prove to the world and to ourselves and show that we can stop one of the best running backs in the league, one of the best offensive weapons in the league, period. Like, he's just a weapon. He's a receiver and a running back, and we feel like we don't give a damn who's over there. We can stop them. Nah, Patton is he gave a little bitch ass answer. Yeah, we're glad that I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad that McCaffrey isn't playing because, he's such a hard guy to game plan for. This is why they need to hashtag fire Patton, because he's not cut out to be a D coordinator, bruh. He's not, man. He's not good, in my opinion. All right. Woosah. Okay. Derek Brown, D tackle. Yo, Broken Angles, what's good, homie? What's packing? Broken Hearts. My man Broken Hearts just joined in the chat. What's up, man? I'm doing the injury report for the Carolina Panthers Green Bay game, and might not make it for the game this week. Derek Brown D tackle, he's looking good. Uter Grossmatos. That's a weird name, Uter. Yater, Etur, Gross or Gross Matos. I fucked that name all the way up. But that's another name I remember. I don't know if he's a rookie or he kind of came out recently. I feel like he was a guy that a lot of people were talking about coming out of college. He should be playing. He's a defensive end. Yeah, I think he is a rookie. I think he might be. He went to Penn State or something like that. Uter Gross Matos or Matas or Uter Gross Matos. I don't know. Marquise Haynes. He's playing F.A. Abada. Dude, I am bad with these names, but he's questionable. He's another DN. I wanted the Lions. Oh, Yater? How do you... Uter? Yeah, man. I remember that name. Like I said, I'm not like a super Gross Matos. Yeah. I'm not like the biggest college dude. I watch a lot of the game. I do try to watch a lot of it. I'm not like a super nerd though. I don't know every single player, but the big guys, like the popular names from the draft process, or guys who play in the big Power 5 conferences on the teams that are in the top 10 and shit like that. I try to usually know a little bit about them, or you just kind of hear their name. The Panthers, man, they're kind of banged up at some key positions. I mean, let's see anybody else on here. Curtis Samuel, receiver, he's questionable. DJ Moore, the other receiver, he looks like, even though he didn't practice, his game status has a little dash, so it looks like he might. Yeter Gross Matos. Okay. My man Broken Ankle says it's Yeter Gross Matos. All right. Matos. Yeter Gross Matos. All right, whatever, man. Basically, the Carolina Panthers are banged up, man. They're slim this week. Offensive line missing a couple people, or could be missing a couple people, or at least at the very least, they won't be at 100%. Their defense is not going to be at 100%, and their offensive weapons not going to be at 100%. So, where does that leave the Packers? I think that leaves growls. All right. I think that leaves the Packers in a good position to not only win, but to win big and to build their confidence going to the matchup next, which is going to be the game of the week, really. You know what I'm saying? Everybody watches Sunday night. You got two, pun intended, Titans going at it. You got the Tennessee Titans. You got the fucking Titans of the NFC, the Green Bay Packers. Man, they are the best team. So I think one of the better teams. You know what I'm saying? If you asking me to be honest, I still think the Saints have shown themselves, has proven that they are, more balanced as far as offense, defense, special teams. They have the proven coach. They also have a lot of different all-pro guys and good guys. And I feel like until they lose in the playoffs, I'm going to pick the Saints as the best team. But the Packers are right there behind them. I'll put them at number 2, honestly. But that means that they got to show out against Tennessee. But before that, you can't sleep on these Panthers, and you can't look past the Panthers towards the Tennessee game. I think that's what happened to the Saints last week. They were looking past the Eagles. And because they were looking past the Eagles, they end up slipping up on the Eagles, man. Because as you know, the Saints, they play Kansas City this week. Or you might not have known. But the Saints play Kansas City. I feel like they were just looking past the Eagles and they slipped up. I don't want the Packers to fall into the same trap. I don't like using the word trap game. But this is like, if you look up trap game in the dictionary, this is a trap game for the Packers. And they cannot fall into that trap. It's a trap! They can't do it. They can't fall into the trap. Any of my anime fans out there, you get that little inside joke about it's a trap. So, look, man, I'm going to say this. Final prediction of the game. I think Aaron Rodgers, he goes out, he tosses maybe 4 touchdowns, okay? Adds onto his totals, has 350 yards through the air, and further cements himself for the MVP of the league. I'm going to say Aaron Jones has a big day, 150 yards on the ground and a touchdown, okay? I'm going to say on defense, we need to continue to get pressure. We got to continue to generate turnovers. So I'm looking for Rashawn Gary, Preston Smith, and your boy Zadarius Smith to all register sacks on the day, at least 3 on the day, okay? I'm going to say that Darnold, don't call him average. Savage, who's been playing much better than he has been the beginning of the year. I was calling him average, Darnold average, but I ain't calling him Darnold average no more because he's been playing better than average at the least. I'm think he's gonna get his hand on another interception. And let's see, a bold prediction. Let me get a really bold prediction this week. Really bold prediction. I'm gonna say the Packers hold the Carolina Panthers to 3 points. Now, if that happened, I would be so happy. I'm playing against Aaron Rodgers in fantasy. Now I really want. Hey, I'm sorry, broken ankles, but looks like you're gonna be broken heart for a second week in a row after my Packers beat up on your Lions last week to win the division for 2 years in a row. You're going to get beat up again in fantasy because my boy Aaron Rodgers, I'm predicting 4 tutties, 350 yards, no turnovers, and I'm taking the Packers to win this one big. Let's say 41-3. That's right, 41-3. Green Bay, big all day. We're going to put a spanking on these fucking Carolina Panthers. We're going to be slaughtering big cats. We big game hunting. Last week it was the Lions. This week it's the Carolina Panthers. Packers, we big game hunting, baby. That's you saying 30-31. My man Broken Ankle saying 31-14. I'm going 41-3. Green Bay putting a blanket on these boys, putting a shoddy to these Carolina Panthers and just blowing them out. Boom! I wish I had some graphics, like some sound effects, blowing them out the water, man. That's my prediction for this week. Look, this was a short show because I hadn't streamed today earlier. I wanted to, but I had some other things to do. I would like to go a little bit longer, but I got some other things to do, man. It's a lot of work when you streaming and you trying to do this content creation thing. I got some videos I need to edit so I can get some stuff up on my YouTube, man. If you haven't yet, though, please go over to my YouTube and subscribe. It's What's Packin' Sports Show. You got to type the whole thing in. I'm not big enough yet where if you just type in What's Packin', I'm going to pop up. Because if you type in What's Packin' right now, I feel like it's like some RuPaul drag something, some kind of what you're packing. I don't even know what is. I didn't even look at it, but you got to scroll all the way down. So if you want to see my name first, type in What's Packin' Sports Show in the YouTube, subscribe, hit the notification bell and the thumbs up, and drop me some comments below, man. I'm gonna be dropping a couple more videos today. I got to do my pedestals of power rankings, ranking my top 10 teams going into this weekend slated games. And that's it, man, for the show. It's your boy Godchild, first of his name. This has been the What's Packin' Sports Show. Thank you for joining me. Thank you from wherever you tuned in, especially my Title Town Cheeseheads. Let's go. And remember, the Bears still suck. Peace.